Yes, welcome in everyone. It's Thursday, it's 9 o'clock. It's time once again for the full 10 questions. Yes, here we are back once again for another edition of the quiz. Tim bringing his 8-1 record into the evening. Tim, how are you this evening, my friend?
Eating W's like Jameis Winston.
We might see a bit more of that with Drew Brees set for a few weeks on the sidelines. It'll be interesting to see how the Saints cope in his absence. But can he improve to 9-1? The man he had to try and take him down this week is a friend of the show, Rich King, and obviously, Rich, plenty of stuff that you do in your own right as well. How are you this evening, my friend?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I didn't know that Tim was doing that well.
No, we don't tell people anymore. Although
until they're on.
Yeah. Rabbit headlight stuff. But as you can tell from my camera angle is not the usual one. So I think the cards are starting to stack against me with this one because my Mac that I usually do it on is broken, and I've had to revert to the camera and do it on my work laptop for the answers. So could all go wrong. I've not prepped. That wall that you've just built up on how fearsome you should be of me has just been torn down.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. If I flame, then I'm just going to say just out of form.
Yeah.
But if I win, skill game.
Absolutely, mate. Somebody needs to bring him down a peg or two, that's for sure. So let's see if Rich can be the man to get the second win of the season. Still only Adam all the way back in week number 2 that has taken Tim down. So let's bring up the questions, fellas. Good luck to both of you, and let's get started with this week's full 10 questions. Here we go then, boys. Let's start you off with question number 1. And I want to know how many teams scored 10 or less points during week 10. Was there 1, 2, 3, or 4 teams that scored 10 points or fewer during the course of the week?
Do I can take the whole time for the answer, right?
You can indeed. You get more points the quicker you answer, but you can indeed. Right. It's all about getting them right. So it is all about getting them right, essentially. So 3 was the correct answer. The Houston Texans scored 7. The Cleveland Browns scored 10. That was, of course, in the same game. And the Cincinnati Bengals were the other team who scored 10, losing 36-10 to the Steelers. So question 1 in the books, and it's Rich off to a good start. He wise to take his time there and think it through. Well done, my friend.
I was just thinking if I could think of another one, because I knew there was Cleveland and Texans, but I just didn't know if there was. But yeah, let's go.
Question number 2. Which Bucs player scored the final touchdown in their game against the Panthers? Was it Mike Evans? Was it Cameron Brate? Was it Ronald Jones? Or was it Rob Gronkowski?
Pretty sure it was him. Yeah.
Okay.
It was indeed Gronk. Yeah, a 7-yarder from Tom Brady as the Tampa Bay Bucs come back after a bit of a down week. And yeah, put plenty of points up, didn't they, against the Panthers? So 2 out of 2 for Rich, but Tim is on the scoreboard. Question number 3 then, gents. I want to know who was the only player to top 100 yards receiving in the Vikings versus Bears game. Was it Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson, Allen Robinson, Darnell Mooney? I couldn't even read the options. The boys were in there that quick. It was in.
It's the only one. I needed Jefferson to do over 100 yards in a couple of leagues, which I didn't think was going to happen. But
yeah, he was the big yardage guy anyway. Adam Thielen, obviously the guy that was catching the touchdown passes, but yeah, Justin Jefferson, 135 yards actually on the night. So yeah, the two fellas didn't get caught out with that one. Rich 3 out of 3. Tim nipping at his heels. Question 4, boys. Alex Smith threw for 390 yards, but how many completions were there in there? Were there 32, 35, 38, or 41 completions for Alex Smith? Actually led the league in passing this week with his 390-yard performance. Still find it quite remarkable that he's even on the field. And again, both the fellas got it right. 38, his final stat line, 38 of 55. So 55 attempts, 38 completions. For that said, 390 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions this week after throwing 3 in his first game back. Right, boys, as always, question 5 will be a picture which will slowly reveal itself. Just need you to type in the full name of the player into your keyboard as and when you feel that you know who it is. So good luck to both of you. Here we go. Question 5, quite simply, who is in this week 10 image?
I have to go quick here. Let's go with you.
I think I've gone for the wrong one, maybe.
That new camera angle's doing you wonders, Tim. See right up your nostrils, my friend.
Right up my nostril. I'm just going to have to go with that. I don't know. Yeah.
It was Nick Chubb.
Oh, do you have to go full name?
Yeah, I did say the full name. So, yes.
Pivotal. I went in early then as well. Nightmare.
Schoolboy error. So, yeah, it was indeed Nick
I've done that in previous weeks.
To be consistent, I do always ask for the full name, and I can't, unfortunately, manually change the scores. So Tim will take advantage of that and close the gap up. But at the halfway stage, very tight, boys. There's only, 32 points in it, so all to play for in the back 9, so to speak. Question 6, quite simply, which quarterback threw for more yards in the Bills versus Cardinals game? Was it Kyler Murray or was it Josh Allen? We all know Kyler had the big play at the end, but it wasn't enough to overtake Josh Allen. He threw for 284 against Kyler's 245. So, yeah, well done again to both the fellas. It's a high-scoring affair, this one, chaps. Considering neither of you did any supposed preparation, you're both doing awfully well. Tim takes the lead.
This multiple choice format is doing me a lot of favours.
Next one then, fellas. Question 7. I want to know which Miami Dolphin picked off Justin Herbert in their win over the Chargers. So was it Byron Jones, Nick Needham, Kyle Van Noy, or Xavier Howard?
Is that the player there as well?
No, the photo will not help you one bit.
I'm literally just. Oh, that is.
I think it's.
Yeah, so that one's eventually stumped the boy. Whenever I put a defensive question, it's amazing. All the fantasy football knowledge completely goes out the window, and that's what always catches people out. Yeah, it was Xavier Howard picked off Justin Herbert. His lowest career output day in terms of passing held to just 187 yards after throwing for over 260 in every other game. So all the answer streaks are gone. So it will come down to the final couple of questions. Question 8. Seemed as though there was a lot of this weekend, but I want to know how many different quarterbacks registered a rushing touchdown in the week. Were there 4, 5, 6, 7 quarterbacks in week 10 to register a rushing touchdown?
I have no idea.
I've just clicked.
They both just clicked and they both went one under, so it was 7. So Jacoby Brissett, Teddy Bridgewater, Tom Brady, Daniel Jones, Aaron Rodgers, Kyler Murray, and Cam Newton. Josh Allen also had a receiving touchdown as well, of course. I remember the days when there were like nice bonus points for your fantasy quarterback, but I think it seems as though everybody scores points this way now.
Let's never forget the play where Marcus Mariota both threw and caught his own touchdown. Yeah. Absolute beaut.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. So both the fellas got that one wrong. So again, no change on the scoreboard. Question 9.
So much pressure.
Who led the 49ers in receiving yardage? Was it Kendrick Bourne, Jordan Reed, Brandon Ayuk, or Richie James?
Oh, he's gone already. So
yeah, I have. I think I might got the week wrong. I'm gonna get in your head.
I'm gonna go with Jordan Reed, I think.
Oh, it wasn't Jordan Reed. It was Brandon Ayuk. Yeah, Brandon Ayuk went for 75 yards. Jordan Reed, 62. The other two that were on there, just 26 apiece. After Richie James exploded onto the scene the week before with about 160 something. But yeah, kept quite quiet this week. But Brandon Ayuk was the one that you wanted. Rich obviously got that one. So, Tim, pressure is on, mate. You have got to get the final question right to stand any chance and hope that Rich slips up. As always, it's a list question, fellas, so I will give you 4 players and I want you to simply put them into the correct order for me. And here you go. I want to know who out of this list of 4 had the most rushing yardage on the week and end up with the least. So, most to least. So, we've got James Conner, Duke Johnson, Melvin Gordon, and Alvin Kamara. Can you stick those 4 into the correct order for me?
Nope.
I feel like this is a trap. Whatever. There you go. I've clicked.
They both clicked. I think they've both got it wrong. But there's your correct order, ladies and gents. Duke Johnson, who had 54 yards. I told you, Tim, that revenge game was never happening. Melvin Gordon, 46. James Conner, 36. And Alvin Kamara, only 15 rushing yards, boys, on 8 attempts.
I knew he had nothing. Yeah. I knew he had like nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns on the day, though, so I suppose you can't have it always, can you? I think we know the scores, ladies and gents, but let's just confirm them. Third, as usual, nobody. So, second place for a change, Tim. Dearly, oh dear, oh dear. Slips to his second defeat of the year. So, Rich, congratulations, mate. 6 out of 10 takes the win on the week. I don't think the score's quite enough to beat Adam from week 2, but certainly from a pride perspective, mate, the second person to beat Tim on the season, you must be pleased with that as a performance.
Yeah, not too bad. That would have been 7 out of 10 if I remembered that it was a full name. So that was an error, but that did kind of make it more exciting because then we were just within touching distance. So ever the showman, ever the showman. Yeah.
Very good, mate. And Tim, what have you got to say for yourself?
I want to apologise to Adam first. I know he'd have been rooting for me, and I know he's probably going to be more disappointed with Rich's win than I am. So,
no, absolutely, mate, absolutely. Rich, absolute pleasure to have you on, as we say to all our guests. Really appreciate your time and coming on to have a bit of fun with us. Where can all of our followers and listeners and readers get your good work?
So you can find a lot of my work at kingfantasysports.com. I also do some other stuff for Rotoballer, and life's good. That's where you can find my stuff. Twitter is kfantasy_sports or richkingff.
Brilliant, mate. Plenty of ways you can get in touch with Rich. Thanks once again, mate, for coming on and taking part. Me and Tim will be back on Monday with our full 10 Yards NFL podcast. Plenty of stuff coming your way this side of the weekend as we get set for a big week 11. Keep your eyes peeled on the action and come and have a go next week at the quiz. I think we've got a few contestants lined up, but give us a shout. We'll get you in the queue. We're more than happy to get more than one person on a week as well, if necessary. So, yeah, let's all have a bit of fun on a Thursday night together. That's been this week's edition of the Full 10 Questions. Thanks once again to Rich. And as always, in the great words of Kevin Cadle, it's bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.